As you learned in the CoreTech training, there's a sweet spot we are looking for when it comes to opportunities. This includes businesses with 100 to 3,000 employees with multiple locations. We want to expand this and add some other features that are important to understand as you progress, grow, and learn. We are product agnostic, meaning we provide the client with the best product that meets their needs and desires rather than force-feeding them a specific product. This is not only part of our mission and core values, it's smart business. Helping the client explore options and choosing the right product builds a relationship of trust. This relationship of trust extends the contract through renewals, allows you to participate as a partner in new sales and add-ons, and provides basic components to gaining referrals. This also lowers our provider's churn rate, helping them be healthier by bringing pre-qualified opportunities that last a long time. When you provide value as a consultant, you are also able to move through the sales process more easily and effectively. Remember that when you try to push a prospect into a sale, they throw up barriers, even if they are unaware of what you are doing. These barriers always lengthen the sales process, make it harder to gain approval, and will ultimately cost you more than you gain. Through understanding the opportunity, these barriers decrease or are erased. This allows the natural process to move faster and with fewer problems. This does not mean that you are not firm in the process. You still need to guide the client, show them things they may not want to see or realize, and work through issues with them. It simply means that the focus of the firmness is in doing what is right for the client, not just what's right for you. There will be times, many of them, when you need to put the client's needs above your own desires. This pays off in the long term with long-term commissions rather than quick hits for a few pennies more. You may need to be firm and guide them down any number of paths. You will need to understand the opportunity in order to be successful at meeting their needs. This is not just about what they need, but it is also about what they are willing to pay and what solutions might work within that budget constraint. If it were an easy process, business would not need us. Since they do need us, let's figure out why. In the discovery process, you find out what they are spending monthly on communications and technology. This is step one of understanding the opportunity. You can find out a lot about a company by knowing what they spend per month. For example, $10,000 a month seems to be a key indicator that lets us know that they are spending enough that we might be able to add value to their business. It is a threshold which indicates that you need to investigate further when you uncover it in the discovery process. For example, a manufacturer with 1,000 employees that spends $10,000 a month on communications and technology means that more investigation needs to take place. $10,000 a month may seem small for that number of employees, but the $10,000 indicator we use as a measurement of how likely we are able to help them has been met. By investigating further, you may find that they don't need unified communications, but do need managed services, security, and virtualization. Knowing what they spend and how they spend it is key to understanding how you can help them. Another example is running across a seemingly out-of-place business that has 25 employees but spends more than $10,000 a month on technology. Again, the threshold was met and the indicator present for us to believe that we might be able to add value to their business. More investigation shows that they are a startup company with a new product that needs mobility for tens of thousands of units that would increase the monthly spend by many multiples of 10,000. Another indicator that is important to look for is the rate at which they adopt technology. A business culture pertaining to how they adopt technology is increasingly important to understand. Are they scared to adopt technology? Are they people who resist technology advancements? Are there political battles over technology? The adoptions of technology is a double-edged sword and is often part of a larger picture rather than a standalone determinant. For example, you come across a company with 400 employees spending $10,000 a month, but their phone system is 15 years old. Before you begin to salivate on the possibility of providing cloud communications for this company, you have to understand why they have kept their phone system for so long. Why they have passed over making the decisions to replace it at least 3 other times they should have considered it. Why they have not adopted new technology, and what other factors exist in that decision. Applying this indicator with other factors in assessing the viability of this opportunity, know how decisions are made within the company and how they value what you potentially could bring to the table. The next factor is the company's financial viability. In order to understand an opportunity, you must understand the viability within their own industry. Remember that your goal is not a one-time commission. It's an ongoing relationship that produces multiple contracts over years. It does you little good to sell a large ticket to a company that goes under 5 months later. The antithesis is also true. Let's say you run across a business that currently has no monthly spend on technology because they are a startup company. At first, you may want to brush them off and not meet with them. However, deciding against this, you find through your meeting that they are receiving seed money and need all technology from scratch. By keeping them informed through regular contact, you help them develop a plan to go from a single location to dozens of locations, providing all their technology along the way. The question you have to ask yourself is, what point will it be worth dealing with this client and how long will it take to get there? Am I willing to invest value, time in the present for a potential payoff in the future? The next factor is how the company makes decisions. Is there a clear decision-making process? This too becomes apparent if you are using the discovery system effectively. If a company can clearly define the process in which they make decisions, the process can work in your favor. Knowing how to walk a solution through a known decision process is extremely valuable to you. However, if a company cannot explain their decision-making process, you will spend considerable time and effort working with the business. You may either have to help them develop a process or work through many different processes to get a decision. It then becomes a time and effort evaluation against the possible reward of a sell within that environment. Another factor that is critical to your survival is whether or not the business's values align with yours and CoreTech brokers. Is it a good business doing good things, or is it a shady business with questionable values or dubious associations? You never want to do business with companies that can hurt your reputation or ours. Guilt by association is a powerful influence on business and not worth the risk. Keep with positive companies doing positive things in the world. It will come back to you and will not hurt you. Let someone else associate with the negative business elements. They are not likely in the industry for a long term like you. You need to protect your long-term viability. They don't. Another factor, referral hubs, can sometimes overrule other factors. Some businesses may not seem like a good fit with our target market or our sweet spot. They may be too small, need only a small purchase, or do not qualify in some other way. However, they are strategically linked or networked with other businesses that do meet many of the other criteria. You may want to do business with them to gain referrals and introductions to other companies. By providing what they need and building that relationship, you may open many doors and access future opportunities. Think strategically about every opportunity, supplier, or clients, who they work with, and who partners with them. By doing what is right for one company, you should open the doors to many others. If that small business does not open additional doors, ask yourself, is this business part of my growth or long-term strategy? If not, thank them, tell them where to obtain services, and move on to more strategic clients. The key now is to use these indicators and factors to help evaluate opportunities, understand your prospects, and gain insights on what you need to find out to do business with them. The more you know, the better off you will be, and the more successful you will become.